This is the opening of the Wayans brothers. This might be just the outtake. Okay.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. Comma and a comma. Gotta get it.
Okay, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. What? Huh? Wait a minute.
That's all I got. That's all I got for y'all. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Taylor Tilton Show.
Heck no. Heck no. Sign off. Play that intro again. We're gonna do this the God kind of way.
Okay, hold on. Let me do the short.
Play that intro again. I'm not even introducing myself. I don't know who this person is on this other line.
Hold on. Let me try this. Hold on. This is the opening of the Wayans brothers. This might be just the outtake. Okay. Good morning.
Oh, that was so quick. Good morning.
Okay, this is the voice you get when you have no orange juice in the house. This is the voice.
Oh my gosh.
I have no orange juice. So I did do a concoction. Welcome to the Taylor Tilton Show. I am Christie Taylor, the host of the Christie Taylor Show. And this is my lovely friend and soul sister.
I am Tina Tilton, the other half of the host. My gosh, my mom said good morning, and she's got some waving hands. See, they're already awake, waiting for us. She's like, good morning, I ain't got no orange juice. Well, I have some, Christie Taylor. You could have asked me. Why do I know? I'm in the kitchen preparing my own breakfast because my husband had a doctor's appointment and didn't even cook me breakfast. Ooh. So if you hear the little vent thing going, the smoke alarm may go off in just a minute because I'm burning the heck out of this bacon. Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Well, first of all, good morning.
This ain't my ministry. This ain't my ministry.
This ain't your ministry up in that kitchen early in the morning. Oh, my goodness. Having to cook your own breakfast. I haven't even started any of my breakfast because I committed to, I've been, thank you for turning me on to substitute teaching. And I've posted up over high school. The final week of school is this week. And I did commit to go in for a half day. So I haven't even tried to do breakfast this morning, or like I said, I have no orange juice. But I did create a concoction, ladies and gentlemen, where I could put the honey with the cayenne pepper and the turmeric, or however you want to pronounce it, and I can do a spoonful. But I haven't even done that. But I will drink this lemony water. Maybe that will help. But other than that,
oh Lord, smoke detector, please don't go off.
Please don't go off, smoke detector.
Oh Lord, it might.
Okay,
It might.
Can we get down to the business?
But anyway, Christie Taylor, your hair is beautiful, and Dolly ain't got no helium, so don't go.
Oh, what does? Okay, first of all, thank you for the compliment.
That's all I have right now.
What? Thank you for the cue.
Uh-oh,
Okay,
what happened? There gone Sam. Gone.
Uh-oh. What?
Hello?
Hello?
I got to call you back. I can't hear you.
What are you talking about? Oh my goodness. It sounds like my beloved sister friend is actually conducting her show from the kitchen on her smart device that is not being smart this morning. And she's going to have to, quote unquote, call me back, which is basically jump back into the studio, which probably means if she was saying Sam, her husband is probably calling her from the doctor's office. See, look, with no orange juice. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing this morning? I just want to talk to those who are checking us out. Who's checking in this morning? Who's checking in this morning for the Christie Taylor show and the Taylor and Tina Tilton's The Blend that's coming up inside the Taylor Tilton hour at 10 a.m. This is a Taylor Tilton Tuesday at 10. Yes. But of course, we kick things off an hour early with the podcast.
Yes, and my apologies because my husband, who did not prepare my breakfast this morning, was calling in, and so he rudely interrupted my stream here. Yeah, so I couldn't hear you, so I had to disconnect myself from you and come back.
Now, first of all, hubby knows that we do.
I know. I know.
Okay, so first of all, thank you for the compliment. For those who don't know, if you're not following me on my Facebook, please do so. But I got summertime ready. Okay, so we are avid wig wearers, and if anybody makes wigs or anything like that, you all really should become sponsors of the Taylor Tilton show. You really should. You should be like, this show is being brought to you by whoever wig maker. I mean, you really should. But I am getting summertime.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm getting summertime ready now. I think you still got your set it off braids, but I will do my teeny weeny afro in a minute. But this time, my hairstylist, to whom I've been with, though I wear a lot of wigs, for over 20 years, we were counting the time. Like, girl, I think I met you in 2000. But I am her prodigal client. I'm her prodigal client that shows up when I'm like, girl, I gotta get my hair. It's time to take the wig off. Can you
say a prodigal client?
I am her prodigal client.
Like a prodigal son in the Bible?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Stop it.
But with that being said, she said this year, like, we're doing color. So when she did the color, because usually if she shaved my hair up because if it's matted underneath and all like that, because I do not do the set it off braids. But when she put this color on, I said, oh, I gotta rock this. I gotta rock this like almost every day. I just gotta, so thank you for the compliment. But what was about the helium?
Wait a minute, but hold on now. We ain't gonna go. Hold on. Now, for me, my set it off braids are not by choice. It's more so by force. I've said it many times that after I had my daughter Olivia, then my hair came out in spots, and I, although she's about to be 8 years old, it's still picky. And so that whole, women losing their hair thing is real. And I can see why celebs like Jada Pinkett would shave her hair off, because obviously at some point you do get tired of it. And I can honestly say I just kind of let mine go at one point. But as of just late last year is when I decided to give my hair another try. Will it awaken? Will it wake up and do something for me? Will you wake up and grow, please? I'm gonna water you. I'm gonna take care of you this time. But I need you to grow. So it is growing now. I can say that it's not growing to it's not yet to the destination that I would like for it to arrive, but it's no longer
long enough for them to catch them braids. So
it's long enough for them to catch. That's true. So one of these days soon, I hope this year to come out with my new attitude.
I'm a new attitude.
Christie got a new attitude. It looks good, though.
Yes, I do. Thank you so much. Now, what about this helium, babe? What you say?
Oh, Lord, the helium. So I've been out since 7:45 this morning.
Okay.
I took one daughter. So Olivia's out of school, but I took my other daughter to school while Sam took Olivia with him. And I dropped her off. But today is graduation day for her. She's graduating kindergarten. And so her school is not far from the world's famous Dollar Tree store. So I was like, okay, I know I can go in there. Almost everybody goes in there to find the balloons. Like, all right, I know to go in Dollar Tree. They got a balloon. Went in Dollar Tree. They did not have any. They did not have any balloons. Well, correction. She said, "I'm sorry, ma'am. We don't have any helium." I said, "Oh, okay." So at that point, I knew I had to go to Bartlett. Let me go and drive out to Bartlett and find my baby a balloon. Went out to Bartlett and same thing. I'm sorry, ma'am. We haven't had any helium for about a month now. I'm like, what? Do you know how many kids are graduating right now and no helium? And he's like, yes, ma'am, I understand, but it's nothing we can do. I said, okay, well, do you have any balloons on a stick? He said, I think we got one. Where? And I was thinking to myself, please don't let it say Happy Father's Day, Happy Mother's Day. Get well soon. Even if it's just a star, I'll take it. And I walked and walked. I didn't see it. And then he finally guided me to where the balloon was. And it said something like, the stars are no, fortunately it wasn't that one. Fortunately it wasn't that one. It said something like the stars doesn't dictate your destiny or doesn't determine your destiny or something like that. And I said, I'll take it.
Yes.
So I picked that balloon up with that stick on it and grabbed it. He said, that's the last balloon in the store. You did good. Man, if you don't get somewhere, y'all ain't got no balloons in the store. You got no helium.
Wow.
And he said, he asked the manager, he said, do you know when the other balloons are coming? The man said, I don't know. Maybe the helium will be on the truck today, but you never can tell. I'm thinking to myself, if it's been gone for a month or more, then nah, you ain't gonna get no helium today. Right. In my helium's voice. That's
exactly.
Right. So I don't know. And I got here just in the nick of time to prepare me some breakfast that I'm about to eat. So I'm gonna let you talk.
Okay,
now.
so,
I'm teasing.
Since I'm not eating breakfast yet, what are we having for breakfast?
We are having
that your husband did not cook.
I know he always prepares me bacon, eggs, and either grits or oatmeal. But today I decided upon a waffle instead. I'm gonna get me some syrup. I need some. I need some sugar.
You said you can get some what now? You can get you some what?
Some a waffle. I said I need me some syrup, so I need me some sugar. I
just wanted to make sure you said syrup. I just wanted to see syrup. So you
go syrup. Okay. What you call it? What you call syrups?
Syrup. See, this goes back to when you was making fun of how I said cayenne. We was talking about cayenne pepper and Kanye pepper. You know what I'm saying? Syrup and syrup. Okay, which one is correct, ladies and gentlemen? Put it in the comments.
No, they're gonna agree with me. It's syrup.
How do you spell syrup?
SYRUP. Now, Memphis is going to tell you differently. Memphis is going to tell you SERPs. That's how we say it out here. SERPs. It's plural. Like Kroger is plural out here. It's Kroger's. So syrup is SERPs out here. Trust me when I say, come on, Memphis, chime in with me. You can drop a comment in the comment section.
All right, SERPs. All right, get
but no.
Syrup. I got it.
Syrup.
Okay, you give you some syrup with your waffle. And what else? And what else?
There we go. What's that? What's the matter say? Oh, okay. That's my message is going off. My bad. I thought that was a comment.
So what else is actually happening? You got syrup with your waffle.
Yes. And bacon and eggs. Okay. But it's Christie Taylor, Lord Jesus.
Okay.
Now, so since I had to drive and get my daughter's graduation stuff for today. And by the way, that's a whole nother subject. No, you know what? I'm gonna say it because what had happened was I would have been in the stream on time if I had not received a text message from the school that said, due to inclement weather, we're gonna move the graduation from 10:45 to 8:45.
Inclement weather. We had inclement weather today.
We were scheduled to. It said thunderstorms. I did see that on the newscast. It said thunderstorms today, and because it was a drive through graduation, I get it. But they changed their time from 10:45 to 8:45. And I was like, oh Lord, I cannot make 8:45, but I can go and pick up her son, because in my mind I was like, at 10:45, I'll have time to go out, pick her up something, and do the drive-through graduation wave, and give her kisses, and head on back to work. But at 8:45, no, I just have time enough to go and skip and get her a balloon, a card, and some candy. And in hopes that during lunchtime I can just take it up to the school at that point, because obviously I knew that we had our show today.
That's right, honey. The Taylor Tilton show, which is being brought to you by
yeah, ChristieTaylorConsulting.com. You guys check her out. Go to that website. Register for your free tickets to the Classic R&B Funk Tour as well. But in the meantime, if you need services such as playwriting, branding and marketing and things like that, as well as the Podcast Center, where we do audio and video podcasts or broadcasting. So you can always broadcast your podcast on Comcast, or just utilize our services for your audio and visual needs. You can visit us at thepodcastcenter@gmail.com or tinatilton.com. But anyway, so those shameless plugs, glory to God.
Hallelujah. Well, as I said, if you are a wig maker or something, you could be getting shamelessly plugged too by
ChristieTaylorConsulting.com, or no, just the Taylor Tilton Show. Yeah, by us. I was about to go into tell them again, Johnny. About to go into my announcer mode.
So you had your schedule set up on how you would do it. If it was 10:45, then 8:45, and then you're gonna do it on the launch. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you on all that. So my question is this: I gotta just have a question. Were you gonna be breaking the law? Ooh.
I know. I did break the law. Okay. I broke the law last week. So, okay, sorry about that. But
go ahead, get your eat on. I'm just trying to figure out, because you do a lot of road rage and speeding, and I'm thinking,
I don't. Oh, stop it.
So how did you break the law? How fast were you driving?
I was not driving fast. I don't drive fast. I really don't. I may fuss at people when I'm in my car. I am guilty of that, but I don't drive fast. But this particular time, whatever day it was that I filmed and went live with Larry Dodson again, Uncle Larry again, with the Classic R&B Funk Tour that's happening Saturday, June 18th at the Showplace Arena at the Agri Center. So I was done with that live stream recording, and I left out the house, called Mom on the phone. Mind you, I did have the phone plugged into the car and the audio speaker where I could hear her overhead, and we're talking about the interview. But I was holding my phone in my hand while I was driving. Ooh. I could hear her, but I don't know, just by default, I had my phone in my hand, and I'm just cruising and talking and not paying any cotton picking attention that there was a law officer behind me. Ooh. And when I looked up, I saw some blue lights in my mirror, and I said, Mama, I done got pulled over by the police. She said, you have? What'd you do? I said, I don't know, probably because I'm on the phone. Let me call you back. And she said, okay. So I hung up, rolled my window down, went to took my seatbelt off, stuck my hand in my glove compartment so I could show my legalness. That means I'm insured. Automobile is insured. Memphis, Tennessee. That's what you're supposed to do. That is legal. That's the law. Please.
Don't drive dirty.
Telling you, get your car insurance. My mom said, shh. My mom said, shh. And then a female officer, she walked up to the car. She said, ma'am, you realize why I pulled you over? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, yeah, because you were holding your phone in your hand. And that's the reason why. License and insurance, please. Yes, ma'am. I gave her my license and insurance. Mind you, again, I'm completely made up. I'm still just as gorgeous as I was on the set. And Mama said, I knew you were going to speak on this incident. Of course, Mom, don't tell it. I'm gonna tell it. I broke the law. Oh Lord Jesus, I broke the law. I just gotta tell people to stop breaking the law.
Don't hold the phone when you got a Bluetooth goddamn
I
speaker.
Yeah, I did have her on speak. She knew she knew it. Lord have mercy. She knows it, but I still was holding the darn phone in my hand. I think it's just such a habit. Like even now, I'm cooking with one hand and got the phone in the other hand as I'm
And you
talking.
really could put the phone down because you have it on speaker.
Correct. But and see I got a bad habit. I gotta break that from myself. But
Well,
nonetheless, she said, and what, and I told her, I said, I was talking to my mom, and we were talking about who was going to get my kids from the Boys and Girls Club, and I was telling my mom that I was going to get my kids and that she didn't have to, everything was okay. And I said, and I apologize, but yes, ma'am, I know. And she said, well, you can't, you're not supposed to hold it or something like that. No, and then she said, and were you buckled up too? Or were you? Did you have your seatbelt on? I said, "Oh yes, ma'am, I did." Because I did. I had my seatbelt on. I said, "Yes, ma'am." I only took it off to go and to get my car insurance. That's it. Okay. I'll be right back. And then she ran. She went and ran my tags and license and things of that nature. And I sat there calmly because again, I knew I had not broken any of the laws. I knew I had not done anything that I should not have. I was guilty of that particular incident, but I was very calm, like, all right, well, I'm gonna get my license and she may give me a ticket and I'm just gonna take it like a chief and and go and get my kids. But when she came back to the car, she said, okay, now I'm gonna give you a warning this time. I said, thank you so much, because I just finished interviewing someone on my podcast, and I was just trying to get my kids. She said, who's trying to? What's a podcast? No, she said, what's a podcast? She's an older lady, she was an older police officer, and I said, a podcast is where I interview. I just told her about mine. I didn't tell her what it was in general. I said it's a podcast where I interview celebrities, and I had just finished interviewing Larry Dodson on my podcast. So Uncle Larry, I did throw your name out there. I don't know that I believe that might have helped me get off.
If anything else, she'd be like, "Now I know Larry Dodson, know the bar
Yeah, I know Larry Dodson, right? But who are you?
Okay, who is him? I'm really gonna give you a warning now.
I know, but she in my small defense, she already did have her warning ticket in her hand before I even mentioned Uncle Larry. So but I'm sure it still helped. I said, I just finished interviewing Larry Dodson. And she said, okay, well, just slow down then. And here, sign right here. And hurry up because these folk driving like fools. I said, yes, ma'am. And I signed that thing, such a scribble scrabble sign. And lady, if you need to contact me again, you know where I live. Is it just run the license again? You can find me. But I did want to get her out of the street because we were in this, we were in an odd place. I did pull over in an odd place where it's kind of over a hill. And people were coming from over that hill, and she's at my window trying to get me to sign. I said, Lord, let me get this lady out of the street so that you're right, so that she won't get hit from me, holding the phone and all that kind of stuff.
Especially when you have holding the phone and got your mom on speaker at the same time.
That's true. That's so true. That's exactly what happened. I promise it was. So.
Now, you know something? I guess we both up around here. I didn't really break the law, but I didn't break the law, but apparently an officer thought I was about to.
Oh, no, you got what? Tell me about it.
Okay, so I'm thinking about, I need to be real careful. Like, when you go to Bartley, to act right. Bartley jobs, Bartley be, they be on fleet. So I guess I'm going to have to start thinking like that when I go to Olive Branch. I don't cross the state line often, but I have a very dear friend of mine. She just, moved over there close to her job, got a real cute apartment. Okay. And I went to go visit. So she's in the gated community. We believe that single ladies, if you can, pay a little extra so you can have that gate and hopefully, well, I know her gate working because when I drove up, the way she told me to come, like where I live, there's a interest for a guest and there's an interest for residents. Well, apparently I didn't see, or they don't have a gate for guests to buzz in.
Oh.
Or either she just had me come to the resident one, which is close to her apartment. I don't know. But what happened was, you know how when you pull up, and she had already told me, hey, when you pull up, just go ahead and come on in. Now, see, this she new to the apartment, but let me tell you what happened. I pulled up, and a car's in front of me, and apparently they're a resident, and they buzz, and they're going in. Well, it's closing as I'm pulling up, but somebody's coming out of the other one. And so and then there's a turnaround. So you have the gate, you have the turnaround. So like if you're not able to, probably because if you're a guest, you can't buzz yourself in. So as I am for a split second thinking like, oh wow, the gate just closed and she told me to just come on in. Should I try? Because I got the baby Fiat and sometimes she can fit in, but I don't like when the Fiat gets scratched up, real talk, because she hates it. And I was like, should I try and make that other gate when that car go through? So I or should I make that the turnaround? Because it would have been the same motion. Well, before I can really get my, I kind of put the gas on a little bit to do I go through the gate when the other car go through, or do I just go ahead and make that turnaround? And next thing I hear, don't go through that gate. I hit the brake. Right? And I was like, huh?
You're about to pull the black man move. Yeah, I'm gonna go through that gate. I think I can make it.
I was like, who just said that? Girl, then as I make the motion again, like first of all, I'm a little startled. Then they said, don't go through that gate. And the car was coming through and the gate started closing. Then I looked through my window, girl, it was an Olive Branch police officer right behind me. And so because I was about to call her and I was calling her then, I do have the phone in my hand at this point on speaker, but I usually have it cradled. And I kind of wave the phone, and then I'm like, and then I go ahead and make the turn after the gate closes and the other car passes through. And then I just pull up, and he just looking at me like, yeah, you was finna go through that gate. You was finna do it. And then I just called her up. I said, hey, I can't get through the gate. I said, y'all don't have a guest thing? I said, plus the police officer just told me not to go through the gate. So, okay, I'll just come. So then she has to come. So by the time she gets there, at this point, maybe the gates are not working properly because it's almost like 6 cars while I'm waiting on her has lined up and nobody's going through the gate since the police officer, because the police officer actually goes through the gate and he ends up going into the apartment complex.
Okay.
So, girl. So when she finally comes, she circled around and we got to get in line with the other 8 people now that's in the line to get in. And she goes in front of me because I'm waving at her like, you go in front of me because I'm going to just tell you in, right?
Right.
Why is it that when we go through, I see the police officer parked right in it's time for me to wake up. It's 9:30.
You said it's time for you to wake up.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My alarm tells me it's time to officially wake up. But okay, so when I go through, so everybody's going through because apparently they got the gate working. And now I'm trailing my girl through the gate. And I see the police officer backed in right at the gate beside some other cars. And I'm like, oh my God, is he going to get me when I come through here? Because he know the Fiat at this point. So I just keep on. And I'm looking at her like, go around me, go around. Go ahead, keep on. Like, I'm talking to my friend. So he just saw come out. So when we get to her house, I said, girl, what's going on with y'all officer? I said, girl, I ain't coming over here that much. I said, because y'all got officer telling me don't go there. And then she said, I think he live here. I said, I'm like, shut your mouth.
That's even worse.
Sure enough, when I left, his car still parked there. I said, Lord, I thought he was going to I thought he was waiting on me. I thought he was waiting on me. I said, because he literally parked. I mean, literally, when I walked through, I finally drove through behind her with the other people. He was parked right at the gate back then. I'm waiting on this Fiat. I'm waiting on this Fiat to come through here.
How ironic. Like, what are the chances that both of us had legal troubles the same week? That doesn't happen. Typically, it does not happen.
Officer, I'm just trying to go visit my friend because she, we trying to play catch up. I got to shout her out. Denise D, we used to work at Clear Channel together. We were video career, and we're talking about Bobby OJ and just, all that.
Yeah,
just
catching up.
like that. Yeah, just catching up with her. I'm like, I said, I don't know if I'm coming over here too many times. Y'all got, I said, girl, then I said, but how come he was fine?
Look at you. Did you wink at him with that new blonde hair?
No, not with him saying, don't go through that gate. Used the actual thing, like get out of the car. I mean, I'm like, wait a minute. He done used the don't go through the gate, and said it twice. And I spun on out of there. I said, ooh, let me take this Fiat around here and just park it. I said, don't I have a guest entrance? Because like at this point, like, girl.
Right.
Oh my God. But speaking of, I know you said you got caught because you up there telling your mom about your interview with Larry Dodson. And shout out to Sherry Neely of the Neely Agency. She made sure that I also had a chance to chit chat with him last week as leading up to his album release. Now, I know you were super busy that one night. I had a chance to go to one of the listening parties. Of course, Larry Dodson, formerly of the Barcades, is doing his first solo album of like 50 years of being in the music industry with platinum and gold records and just a stellar career. Well, he has been doing listening parties. He did one in Nashville, Atlanta. He did actually 2 in Memphis. And then Friday, they did the album release party. Now, I had a chance to chit chat with him, and I really loved your interview that you did with him because I even asked him about the fact I didn't know that he founded the Temprees.
I didn't either until I did some research on it, and I saw that. And he was, check it out, he was only 11 years old when he founded them. That's it. Honey, when you have a gift, you're born with it. As Lady Gaga said, I was born this way. You can't help it.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So I had a chance to go to the listening party, and that was held at WAVN The Trend in Midtown. So of course I know you helped launch that station along with Talisa Franklin and others. So I had a chance to be there, and it was, girl, the album is really, really good. He's of course used some amazing producers, including Black Elvis. I can't remember the name of the gentleman now, but he produces a lot of stuff for Charlie Wilson, formerly of the Gap Band. So it is a great blend between his funk and his new softer side of funk. I call it the softer side of funk. Because I really have been enjoying the new single, I'm Good. And of course, I think there's a music. I love that song. And of course, the album release party that was held at the Timeless Event Center on Winchester at Kirby. I had 2 interviews last Friday night, so I was unable to attend, but I talked to Sherry Neely, and she said it was off the chain. People didn't want to leave at the end. They were just cutting lights on, and people were still wanting to be there and party and dance. So,
that is great.
Yes.
I didn't have a sitter.
You didn't have a sitter. Now, I know that you have already started preparing for the concert.
Yeah. Now I got a sitter for that. When I know about that, I go on and lock that in. But the album release was kind of, well, it wasn't last minute because it was prepared for, but my sitter, she was still in the hair salon when it was going on. And I told Larry Jr., I said, doggone black hair, you know how our hair is. Sometimes it takes us a little too long to get finished. And that was the case with that. And so I wasn't able to go. But I'm glad it turned out well.
Yeah, it did. And I understand that the classic R&B and funk tour is going to be a kickoff to promote his album, of course, but he's also getting together with some of his friends, and you've already started interviewing some of those guests.
You already know it. Shucks. So let's backtrack. The classic R&B funk tour features Larry Dodson, the Mary Jane Girls, Climax, Brick, and Yarbrough and Peoples. Oh my gosh. I'm like, my mom was like, I can't wait to go. And by the way, she says she loves the Temprees. But we have had such a great time. Larry was great. And even today's interview, and I can go ahead on and spill the beans just a little bit early. Today's guest is actually Miss Val Young, and she's one of the original Mary Jane Girls. So, I had a ball with her in my house. I just sing one hook. That's it. I do 1 or 2 lines of a song, and that's it. You don't want me to sing no more. I ain't got no more words for you. But But it was so fun, and it was such an interesting interview. She's asked to come back on my show, as well as she gave me her personal cell phone number to call her at any time.
Oh, girl, look at you! You and the well, the Tina Tilton's The Blend is where the legends live. So,
Yeah.
come on now.
Yeah, because she was telling me about, and in my mind, I said, because she was telling me about all her interviews or her what do you call it? What do you call it when you collab with other artists? Features. Yeah, all her features with people like Snoop Dogg and Tupac and I want to say Chris Brown, but if not Chris Brown, it was somebody. I mean, just many. It's countless.
The generations.
It's countless. Yes, and it's across generations. But most of them were hip hop. So I got so tickled. What? I was like, Miss Y'all, yeah. And even to on the interview, I decided, I felt in my spirit to rock my blonde hair, kind of like your color, but not trying to mimic. But I just felt I was supposed to rock that one. Why? But she had basically the same hair color, and we had the same kind of curls. I said, "Look at us. We have the same color on." I'm like, I think I'm a Mary Jane girl by default. I'm a 2022 Mary Jane. Wow, but you guys have to check out the interview, because we talked about the name of the name of the group and where it actually came from. We talked about the late great Rick James, and I don't want to give any information about it, but it's all good. It's not like what the media. Yeah, it's not like what the media has put out there, so I can tell you that. So you'll definitely want to and have to watch the show today at 10:30 a.m. on Comcast 31 Memphis and beyond. Also in Rome and Chattanooga and Florence, Mobile, Huntsville, Alabama, and New Little Rock. You guys have to check it out on your station, on your Comcast station out there. Nonetheless, it was a really, really good interview, and I was so grateful. And next up, Shucks, who do I have this week? Brick. Got Brick coming up.
All right now. Okay. So, and that interview will air next Tuesday inside the Taylor Tilton Hour. One of the things I'm super excited about is the fact that, month by month we are growing. And for those who don't know, this is a really great recap show. So the Taylor Tilton Hour is something we planned this time last year. We took our pictures, we did all that good stuff. Yeah. And we were like, we're going to launch, our back-to-back shows, because I've been doing the Christie Taylor show, and she had been doing Tina Tilton's The Blend, and we decided, let's go back to back and call it the Taylor Tilton Hour. And once we finally launched it last fall, Tina came up with a great idea, like, how can people know that we're on Channel 31? Because that's where we started here in Memphis. And she was like, let's do a podcast on Tuesday before it starts. So I was like, huh? Of course, because I don't wake up until 9:30. That's why we have the alarm. At 9 o'clock, she was like, let's do it an hour before. So this has been the beauty of it, is us being able to jump on here an hour early, chit chat. Okay, now where'd she go, y'all?
I know. I'm back. I was trying to remember if I paid my bill, but yeah, I paid my bill. I don't know why it's going up.
Come on now. So yeah, that's how we ended up coming up with the Taylor Tilton Show, a podcast that precedes the Taylor Tilton Hour, so that we can tell you all about our shows. And of course, Tina Tilton's The Blend is where the legends live, whether they're from Memphis or beyond. And the Christie Taylor Show is really an all-purpose show. Really enjoy talking to movers and shakers or interesting people. And as a matter of fact, this is still the month of May is mental health awareness month. Mm-hmm. And I've actually had two people in this vein, but today's guest, she is Sharice L. Josie, and she's a licensed therapist. And she actually will be chatting with us about high achieving women who are oftentimes, suffering when it comes to validation, feeling like they're enough, even though they're gutting it, trying to make things happen. So a very interesting interview, and it really touched me because, yes, I have been a person who's been gunning it for a long time. So a
Yeah.
lot of things that she spoke to really resonated with me. I'm like, wow, is that the reason why we do that or why we feel that way? And at the end, I have to tell you this, it was off air, but she was like, hey, if you ever need to talk, because I do believe in getting that in and getting that conversation in, having a
Sure.
therapist on deck. And if you are
Yeah.
in entertainment, if you are an actress, you already know that you have to have a therapist like you need an accountant and an attorney. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I really, so this is some good shows that we have coming up as we're wrapping up the month of May. And
You
of
know
course,
what? As you were saying that,
Mhm.
it makes me remember, or it makes me think about the lady who was the former USA. What,
Yes.
did you
Yes.
all speak on her?
No, we did not speak about her, but actually, that was recently on the Red Table Talk. The young lady's mother came on and just once again, when dealing with high achieving women and not
Yeah.
being able to hear their silent cries, which is one
Well, what
reason.
was hers? What was hers?
The higher you get, oftentimes the less people feel like that you can show vulnerability and the need. And because she was in an industry that really focuses on physical form and being beautiful and all like that, I just think, in my opinion, I'm gonna watch the full episode of the Red Table Talk, which of course I would suggest to any woman as well, if you are in the limelight or if you're someone who feels the pressure of being perfect, to watch that episode, because her mother really really did give some great insight. But I think sometimes we get also, there's a double jeopardy where they say when you're a black woman in that world of
Yeah.
having,
Yeah.
yeah. And she was young, she was extremely young, I don't even know if she had made it to her 30s.
No, she was not. She had not made it to her 30s. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and the thing is wearing that smile, wearing the smile, and that's one reason why I'm really grateful. And I'm gonna take this moment to love on my girl Tina for having friends in my life who are giving me the space. And Francine, we chatted last night, and I even said, "Girl, say a prayer for me." And anytime somebody, right now, because of course I'm in that first year of grief, since the passing of my mom. And
Yeah.
I'm really, really grateful for friends that I can tell the truth to. It's like,
Yeah.
girl,
Yeah.
today it's like, and the thing is, let me say this, like a couple of times people have called me, and I've had some calls from people who I haven't talked to in years, and they're like, how are you doing, because you're really on my mind. And I'll just tell the truth. I'm like, I'm grieving and growing, meaning I'm doing two things at the same time. So whatever I'm projecting is truth. At the same token, there is that undercurrent of grief, and I think that that's what we have to normalize. And I think I'm at an age now where, yes, I can still, crack, because we all can crack, like a crack under pressure, what I'm saying, pressure.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Um, but I think I'm old enough now where I don't feel the need
To
to.
prove to anyone.
Yes, girl,
Yeah.
come on now, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
I'm already proving whatever I'm gonna prove. At this point, everything else is just, oh Lord, we are really Tina Tilton. Tina Tilton, where she go? Yeah, but we are, I think, at a point in life where the proving part is over. There are a lot of things I still want to achieve, and I have to even, take my time doing that. No, wait a minute. Okay, Tina Tilton. Tina Tilton, and
Yes.
and
I
as
know.
somebody's trying to call me. Hold on, let me see. Good morning.
Yeah, and see, for me, every time I lay my phone down, then lately, for whatever reason, today it's been going out. So I'm sorry, you guys. That's why I am going in and out. But, but yes, as Christy stated, mental illness is real, and for me, I can honestly say that the reason why I love doing this type of platform, and I chose this, and I do love radio as well, and I love what I do for it on television. The reason why I chose those specific things is because it does allow me a sense of being myself.
Yes.
People ask me often, why aren't you on the news? You have a great voice, you could do the news. I don't want to do the news. The news is not my personality. So even though you may have a gift and your voice sounds great, you still need to know where your personality fits best. I am not a Merle Purvis. I will never be a Merle Purvis. She is awesome. She does great at what she does. But I told them, for me, should I ever decide to be on the news, it would still have to be an entertainment news reporter. It just has to be, because my personality is just that. I choose not to diminish my personality for a dollar bill. Nah,
Come on now, see,
not gonna do it.
and that is such that's a lot of wisdom in that, because I mean, I know that we work with a lot of people, women in the industry and men, and some of them are young and up and coming. And shout out to Gina Hills, and I'm really appreciative that she's even able to find um, women in her inner circle that supports her as she's shepherding through this industry. And even newcomers, she's not super young, but like lovely Lisa, being able to provide them, like, be who you are, and that takes a lot of the pressure off.
It really does. Yep.
It really does. And that's one reason why I really have to say, when you said, Christy, can you get up an hour early and do this show where we can just be ourselves, even though I might be sleepy? Good morning. I really wanted to do it because I think I was always authentically myself when I was doing gospel radio, but people now have an opportunity to see other aspects of me other than just saying that was Kirk Franklin and coming up as Shirley Caesar.
Yeah, because last week, you guys, if you were listening to our podcast, Christy Taylor was saying, whoop that trick. And I said over and over, that's not me, because I know you in Memphis, Tennessee. You'll say, that's Tina. That ain't Tina. That was Christy Taylor saying, whoop that trick. That's Christy
I was doing
Taylor.
the chat. I was doing the chat
I
from the
know,
Grizzlies
well,
playoff.
I know,
And
but
thousands of others, we had to whoop that trick, get them.
well,
It was just all about. It was also regarding the fact that there was a write-up. There was an op-ed in I think it was a New Yorker, one of them New York New York papers, trying to, hate on us down here, when that is a Oscar award-winning song written by some of your friends, your colleagues. Go ahead.
Written by Fraser Boy. Yeah, Fraser Boy.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
But performed by Al Capone.
So how come we can't? How come I can't rep them? Come on now.
You can. I'm just saying. But you're right. From Kirk Franklin to this side of you, it does allow the viewers as well as the listeners to get that more intimate side of the personalities. And oftentimes for me, oftentimes I've told my family, because I don't know if you get this, but I do. You talk too much. You tell too much about business. And I said, well, I really don't. I'm just telling what's real, like what's happening in my life. And when people are listening to you and when they follow you, they feel connected. When you share things like that, when you're sharing life, that's what you're doing. You're sharing life. So when I share life with them, then it gives it a sense of, I know her, or
well, since we're talking about, well, I guess I'm not talking about business enough, because I need some more clients. Come on, man. But let me say this: Tina has been a really great support to me, because transition. You've been in business, a creative entrepreneur longer than me. I mean, when you have the TV station, you've had the podcast center, you've done, you've been in this space longer. I'm just really like 24 months into being an entrepreneur and not just being a talent. So I'm still in my training, the training wheel stages. And I'm really grateful once again to Tina and some other people, Bettina Hunt and others who were already business owners, entrepreneurs, showing me the right way. So I'm really appreciative to Miss Laverne. I call her my mentor now. So you my mentor, because she really great insight. And one thing, even Sharon Neely, people who've been in business or on entrepreneurship before me, I'm grateful, because that's part of the learning curve. It's like, how do I behave beyond being just a talent? How do I make sure I'm setting my prices correctly? How do I make sure that I'm communicating, what I need and what I truly can deliver? And me and friends have been talking about, and knowing what I don't want to do, and said, no, like you said, I may have the ability with a great voice and a great look to do the news, but it's like, it would have to be entertainment news. It can't be hard news. So just being able to,
no, right.
Yeah. So so with that being said, the Taylor Tilton Show, this amazing podcast that features myself, Christy Taylor, and Tina Tilton, is
dog outside. Christy Taylor Consulting and the Podcast Center. Where is my dog?
Okay. Wait a minute. And if you're wanting to know more about Christy Taylor Consulting, go to Christie Taylor Consulting.
This kind of stuff right here.
Go to Christie Taylor Consulting.com and click on Work with Me. And if you want to know all things Tina Tilton, everything she's got going on, including Kennedy. We need to put a picture of Kennedy on your website. Go to TinaTilton.com. Also, let me tell you something. For those who've been saying, how can we support Kennedy? Look at her. This is live podcast.
I'm serious. Like for real. I don't know where she is.
Well, we're going to wrap up this show so we can go find out where is Kennedy. But with that being said, coming up at 10 o'clock is the Christie Taylor Show. My guest is Sharice L. Josie. Coming up at 10:30, it is Tina Tilton's The Blend. And she's got one of the original members of the Mary Jane Girls. For those who would like to be a member, support us, look at the information.
Get out of my closet. Come on. Ooh. This one, your house is too big. I couldn't find her. Like, where's my dog? And she doesn't have her bell on right now, so I couldn't find her.
Why is she in the closet?
Girl. Come on here.
I don't know if you want to be in the closet either.
Yeah, come on out of that closet. I know she's in my I didn't even hear her when I walked into my closet, but she must have. No, you're not going outside. Come on. In the cage you go. Mommy's got to go to work. Bye. Your daddy will get you. Hopefully your daddy will fix you breakfast, since he didn't fix me none.
Oh.
Okay, well,
we're about to wrap it up, ladies.
Proceed, Christie Taylor. I found my dog.
She pretty much has been eating the entire time. I'm about to jump off of here and go get me some vittles, some morning breakfast vittles, and then ease into my day. And for those who would like to actually watch our shows, if you're not in any of the markets that we're talking about, you can always watch the shows on our YouTube channels. Be sure to subscribe. We're trying to get those numbers up. Subscribe, hit the bell, all those things, put the thumbs up. We're really trying to grow that and involve that. Absolutely. And for those who were listening earlier, yes, the classic R&B and funk tour is happening. And both Tina and I have to give away. So go to Christie Taylor Consulting, scroll and click on the VIP icon for a chance to register to win those tickets. Go to TinaTilton.com, click on her VIP access, and register to win to get those tickets. So I would suggest that you all start going to our websites on a regular, because we be giving away them tickets. Some exciting things are happening. Yeah. And with that, I'm pretty much, I'm hungry. I got to go get some vittles. I got to go eat.
Well, with that, I am in the garage and I'm about to head out.
All right.
Oh, Lord, pray for me.
All right. Much love, everybody. Have an amazing Tuesday. And remember, it's always a Taylor Tilton Tuesday.
It's a comma and a comma and a comma, gotta get it. I've been comma and a comma and a comma, gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma, gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma